Hello and welcome. Today's practice problem comes from this Math Practice Workbook that I found on Amazon. If you want to purchase one for yourself, I have provided a link for you in the description below. Today's question is asking you to solve this complex expression involving fractions with addition and subtraction. So grab your pencil and notebook and let's get started. The first step is to find a common denominator. At first glance, this might look a little overwhelming, so let's just take a moment to look at these four different denominators. I like to look at the largest one first, and then see if the smaller denominators are factors of the largest one. So 12 is the largest, and then I look at the first fraction's denominator of 3, and I know that 3 is a factor of 12. And then looking at the next fraction's denominator of 6, I see that it is also a factor of 12. And so is the next fraction's denominator of 4. So the common denominator for this set of fractions will be 12. Suddenly, this problem has just become a little bit easier to solve. The second step is to rewrite the fractions so that they each have that common denominator of 12. Starting with 2/3, I know that 3 times 4 is 12. So I need to multiply the numerator by 4 as well, and the resulting equivalent fraction to 2/3 is 8/12. Looking at 1/6, I need to multiply the denominator by 2 to get that common denominator of 12. And I'll do the same for the numerator to get my next equivalent fraction of 2/12. The next fraction of 3/4, I will need to multiply the denominator and the numerator by 3 to get the equivalent fraction of 9/12. And the last fraction of 1/12 I will just bring down. Now that my fractions all have the same denominator, my last step is to add and subtract the numerators from left to right. So starting with 8, 8 plus 2 is 10, and 10 minus 9 is 1, and then finally 1 plus 1 is 2, and the denominator of 12 stays the same. So I have an answer of 2/12. But looking at my choices, I do not see that answer. But if I go back and take another look at my answer, I see that both the numerator and the denominator share a common factor of 2. So I'll divide both of them by 2. And 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 12 divided by 2 is 6. And now I do see my simplified answer of 1/6 as choice C. Perfection and mission accomplished. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.